Hello everybody, I am Pugler, the pug you all know and love, or hate. And now we get on to the more serious part of this video, and that is my resignation speech. Now, as I will probably edit it in the future, nobody wanted to attend this in-game, probably because no staff were on. So, yeah, I think this will go down as a pretty shitty thing, because, I mean, hey, nobody liked me anyway, right? Anyway, in case you aren't fully aware, I am resigning from the staff team. And just to clear some things up, this has been a long time coming. I've thought about it for a month at least now. It was announced 2 weeks ago, so people have had plenty of time to cope. But to clear things up, I will be changed to member on both the forums and in game, and I will still be active on the server, but not as a staff member. And I will still definitely be active on the forums. I came to the server in about July when it was very new, and I'm glad to have seen where it growed, but I recently made a forum post spreading my opinion on promotions as well as staff team members, and the replies to it have disappointed me, and I'm worried about the future of the staff team because of it. It greatly saddens me. I just hope that I did not inadvertently doom the server by leaving it at this time. So, I think before I actually do the deed, I should give a little background into myself. And I'm gonna be going to way back from when I first joined the server. I first joined the server at some point in mid-July, with being honest, the main point to minge, because I was just very, very bored in Gmod. And I think I did originally a little bit, lightly, but then I kind of realized that this was actually a really, really good server. So I started being a regular on it, and spreading my opinions on it. Now, I never started out, like, completely being the person that I am as a staff member. I started out somewhat, I started out by mostly talking to staff members and befriending them, which is literally the only reason I was made a staff member in the first place. Busey can tell you about that. Literally everybody just gave me a +1, so he just promoted me, and I said I already knew what I was doing, and it was as simple as that. I only originally went on the forums to get that 5 posts in. I didn't just do it. Well, the posts I made, they weren't like soulless. I made sure to put actual time into them. I didn't make like an introduction post like, "Hi, my name's Pugler," and then replied 4 times to it just to get the posts I needed. I legitimately thought of real suggestions for the server, and then I got kinda hooked on it, and now I became the forum lord that many of you know me as now. I had been mod for a while with somewhat decent activity. It did slightly drop off from when I was a regular, and because of the very, very slight drop off, Garry actually had demoted me for inactivity, even though I was on the server every day for at least an hour or 2. And partially it's because Game Tracker is an unreliable bitch, but it was then that I got a real taste of the worst that can happen. And I was able to understand people's feelings when they got demoted, so I knew I was eventually going to be ranking all the way up to this position. I mean, eventually. It obviously wasn't a guarantee, I just thought that it would eventually happen, but it helped me understand how staff members feel in that situation, and it's making me a lot more reluctant to want to demote people. But as you may have seen in my forum post, it needs to happen. Now, I just been being as active as I can, doing sits and such, just being the best moderator that I could, because it was an exciting opportunity for me. Being staff is something I hadn't done too much except on my previous server. So eventually the notorious Phoenix situation happened, and if you do not know what that is, it is where essentially I think 4 main staff members were involved in this. Phoenix, Flex, Griff, Merv, 5, and Nolfi. And what had happened was my best friend, who was Phoenix at the time, had decided to resign from the server, and Merv and Flex joined along with him. And a couple days after they had announced that, they joined the server, and they created absolute chaos. Griff started advertising other servers, Flex started taunting staff and breaking rules, Phoenix was taunting staff and breaking rules, and then he literally convinced Nolfi that we had demoted them instead of them resigning, which made Nolfi super mad, so they convinced him to try and warn ban all of the staff members. So yeah. And I would go deeper into it, but everything else they did after this was not directly in the server, but it goes a lot deeper than that, and anybody involved with it would know. Afterwards, I grew a lot more critical of new staff, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Eventually, I had been promoted to admin after not even having enough hours to do so, just because I was reliable. And I was happy with it. I was very comfortable with it for a while. And then about, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks later, there was, I think that was when Busey first resigned. And we were all like curious as to what would actually happen, and then one of the admins, Chill, was made manager, so we were like, alright. And then Bleach started suggesting that we have an assistant manager, and I was like, that sounds cool, but also kind of unrealistic. And then it was confirmed by Garry that there would be a head admin. And we both, me and Bleach, really wanted that position. We worked together to try and get it, and we knew that we would respect if one of us got it and neither of us did. Eventually it happened that there was 2 head admins, and he had promoted us both. And I took it very seriously. I was very happy with what I was doing. Bleach, on the other hand, had completely not done anything new, and he was inactive for the most part. This isn't a diss on him, this is just what I remember occurring. Eventually there was talks of an assistant manager actually confirmed, which I thought was lunacy. And I don't even remember how long it took, but eventually I was the one chosen for it, and I believe that was that was during Chill. That was the end of Chill's reign as manager that happened. But yeah, now I'm where I am today, and I'm very happy with how far I've come. I've come a lot farther than most people would expect, even farther than I did. But now, because sorry about that. But now I should get on to... But now that I've said what's happened, what's happened to me, what I have done leading up to this point, I should explain why I am resigning. And it's because I held and still hold a lot of passion for the server, and I put in the absolute #1 amount of effort into it. I did absolutely everything that I could to help the server. And then all of a sudden school happens, and then IRL stuff pops up, and then I'm feeling forced to having to put in some time every day, and I just can't. And it's all of a sudden like not fun anymore because like the staff team inadvertently made it not fun for me, because there was many disagreements, many issues of staff drama, as well as just lots of general hate towards me and other staff members. And I want to help the server in any way I can, but I've gone to the point where if I stay where I am, I will be a burden to the server, because I won't be able to help enough as an assistant manager. We need somebody who can be more active than I can be. So it's like my last form of helping the server without just being a forum lord. And it saddens me that the staff team have reacted very badly to this happening. If you've seen the forum post, it's absolute just a cesspool, and it really did not help me wanting to resign. It's very disappointing to me, but I think that this is best for the server and best for me. So we shouldn't delay anymore. I'm going to be changing my rank. I'm going to be changing my rank to member, because I am resigning from the staff team.
I'll be here with you the whole way.
Nobody else is coming, so it's time to change my rank. Oh jeez. Once I click this button, there is no going back. I will miss you, staff team.
R.I.P. Buckwood.